Welcome to this video lesson. Today we will be discussing vowel digraphs. Another category of phonemes represented by two-letter vowels is that of the vowel digraph. A digraph is a two-letter grapheme that represents one phoneme. Let's look at the digraph spelled OO. Say this word aloud. Separate the phonemes as you pronounce food again. There are three phonemes, f, u, d. Does the double O represent the same phoneme as O?
No!
The key symbol we use to identify the vowel sound heard in food is double O. This is a two-letter vowel grapheme representing a single phoneme. We call it a vowel digraph. Let's use your growth mindset and do some practicing. Pause this video clip and write the key symbols to identify the pronunciation of the vowels in each of the following words. You will need to pull from what you learned in the previous vowel modules. Omit silent letters. Work carefully. Here are the correct answers. Could you do it without looking? Does double O represent the same phoneme as O? When we see double O in a word, can we be sure that it has the same sound heard in food? The word flood contains two O's, but has the short sound of U. A second digraph that cannot be represented by a single letter is found in the word hook. Pronounce both pictures aloud. Pronounce the vowel phoneme in each word. Are they spelled the same? Do they sound alike? Since the key symbol for the sound heard in food is two O's covered by an elongated macron, it is logical to represent the short phoneme heard in hook with an elongated breve over the two O's. When we see the vowel digraph double O in a word, we cannot be sure of the phoneme it represents. The double O usually represents the phonemes we hear in either food or hook, but it can make other sounds. When you see a double O in an unknown word, the only clue to pronunciation is that most often represents the oo in goose. Not all double O's represent the sound heard in foot and hook. Say these words aloud. What sound do these O's make? Blood, flood, door. Now examine the following words. Each word has two vowels that represent one phoneme. What phoneme does each vowel digraph represent? Each of these words contain a long vowel digraph. None of these vowel pairs has a distinctive sound of its own. We will call them long vowel digraphs to distinguish them from the vowel digraphs that represent distinctive sounds. It is important to note, however, that some teachers' manuals and curriculum guides use vowel digraph, vowel team, or vowel pair to identify two adjacent vowels that represent one long vowel phoneme. We need to give further study to this large group of long vowel digraphs because they form one of the common patterns in the English language. First, examine the word rain. Rain has three phonemes represented by R, long A, and N. A syllable must have only one vowel phoneme. Many syllables, and one-syllable words, have two vowel letters. In these cases, the first vowel represents its long sound and the second vowel is silent. So we can make this generalization. Study these words. The first two follow the VCE pattern, and the last two follow the CVVC pattern. If the long vowel digraphs were as regular as those represented by the VCE ending pattern, we could form a generalization to include both types. When there are two vowel letters in one syllable word or accented syllable, the first usually represents as long sound and the second is silent. This generalization does not apply to boil because OI is a diphthong. It has a distinctive sound of its own. The generalization does not apply to brook because the OO is a double O digraph with a distinctive sound. If the only exception to the first vowel long generalization were diphthongs and double O digraphs, we might consider them phonemes represented by single letters, because in each case only one of the letters is sounded. Can we depend on the first vowel long generalization for all but vowel digraphs and double O digraphs? Check out this generalization. When there are two vowel letters in a one-syllable word or accented syllable, the first usually represents this long sound and the second is usually silent. Pronounce these words aloud. The OW may be part of a long vowel digraph, as in grow, slow, and no. The pattern is VV. However, the OW may be a diphthong, as in how, cow, and shower. Although it is true that more words fall under the first vowel long generalization than any other, there are many exceptions. It can be used only as a clue to the possible pronunciation of a word. However, there are some VV long vowel digraphs that follow the generalization more consistently than others. The long vowel digraphs that follow this generalization a greater percentage of the time are AI, OA, EE, EA, and AY, but they are not without exceptions. Examine the spellings of the words shown in each column. They look as though they should rhyme. Do they?